10.1, we'll go to Mr. Salters, naming of the new middle school.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. I want to take a minute just to show you some pictures of the site since it's been a little while since we've seen those. And you'll see a lot of changes that have occurred in that period of time. This is the front of the school, and Highway 378 would be down here on the bottom of the screen, and Beechwoods Drive would be over here on the left. And I guess since the last time we saw pictures, we have roofs over the classroom wings and over the administration area. We've got some decking over on the gymnasium area, and we actually have what's coming out of the ground there is our little theater. And here's a kind of an aerial shot right above that. It's great what you can do with a drone these days. It's a lot easier than having somebody fly over in an airplane. So again, the little theater is taking shape there, and then we'll have an angle. You can now see in this picture 378 is here, so that kind of gives you an orientation. This will be the front driveway of the school, or front drop-off area. Main parking lot is here to the left. This was taking, I believe, late in the day, because when you go out there early in the morning, this whole parking lot is full. There's usually about 160 to 200 workers out on the site every morning, really making progress, as you can see from the pictures here. Shot of the rear of the school, and then from the classroom wing side, each of the classroom wings is roofed now. We've got stairwells set in each wing, and then in the main corridors as well. And then straight from above, really gives you a good orientation to the layout of the campus. Again, a larger site, or a larger school building from a middle school standpoint, with 1,200 initial student capacity. But again, students will be confined in these classroom wings and really have that smaller space feel, because they'll be able to move about within that area for most of their classwork. Shot from inside one of the stairwells there. This is actually, this side is a little backwards because you're actually looking at it sideways. We'll just skip that one. I'm not even going to try to explain it. Might make you dizzy looking at it. This is one of our classroom wings, and of course, one of the features that we really like is the wider corridor and the loading area. And as you students enter the spaces, the corridor gets more narrow to the end there, and then this becomes a nice collaborative space. So this is one of the first 4 classroom wings. You can see a lot of duct work is already installed, fire sprinkler. There's some fireproofing that's been done. There's actually block fill on the wall, so these are really almost ready to be painted, so really excited about the progress being made there. This is a shot looking into the main entry commons area. On the right, you'll have your learning commons. This is the main office area on the left here, excuse me, on this side in the front. On the left, you have your classroom wings, and this hallway goes all the way down to the cafeteria space. Actually, I was just out there this morning, and that main stairwell is already set, so even more progress since these pictures.
It's amazing with all the wind and rain events that we've had that it's just gone right on.
They still continue to make progress out there. It is pretty amazing. This is the office area, and what's interesting about this is this picture was taken last week, and today I was out there, and all of the stud walls are up for all of the offices in there. So now you can actually see where office spaces are and so forth. So a lot of work going on in there.
Mr. Salters, we would love to coordinate a time for a board to visit out there. We'll
Absolutely
talk about it and see what we can get a schedule.
That'd be great. We'll try to do a surprise visit, so that I think every time you guys have scheduled a meeting out there, we've had multiple inches of rain. So
just
we'll
a surprise. We'll just show up. How about that? And then
this is actually a shot from the hallway. You're actually looking. You're actually looking out towards the main parking lot in 378. Of course, this will all be closed in eventually, but this is a platform area where students can gather, and there'll be a main stairwell here leading up to the second floor, and really a nice space when it comes together. The cafeteria space, looking out over a courtyard, similar to some ideas we've used at some other schools where students can have outdoor seating and also play in the outdoor space there right adjacent to the cafeteria while they're in that area. This is our guys who take the pictures really get excited about these kitchen hoods. And you just don't understand how much is involved in making all of that work and pass inspection, and that's really why they get excited, because it's so much effort. But this is the kitchen, and the serving lines are there in the background, and that hood. So that being installed is a big milestone. So we're really excited about that taking place. And so with that, I'll bring to the name. We're here at second reading of the school, and I just would remind you briefly that we do have a policy FF, and then Administrative Rule FF-R govern our process for naming. And of course, in that Administrative Rule, it talks about getting feedback and so forth from community, and we've done that work. We've actually talked with the Lexington County Museum and other folks to come up with some names. And at the first reading, I brought these names to you for consideration. And the administration at that time recommended Beechwood Middle School. And I know you guys have had a month to process that and hear feedback from the community. We've talked this name out at all of the community events that we've been to and received positive feedback. I've also offered for anyone to write a check to put their name on the building. Because the policy does allow for that. If you want to write a check for the whole amount, you can name it. So anybody, last takers here.
So Dr. Little?
And we didn't have any takers on the check, but we did receive positive feedback. I'm not sure what feedback you guys have received, but administration is recommending tonight for consideration and second reading approval, Beechwood Middle School.
Okay, all right. So, board members, you've heard the recommendation of the administration for naming the new middle school. Do I hear a motion?
Yes, Madam Chair, I move that the board approve the recommendation of the administration to name the new middle school located at 1340 Highway 378, Lexington, South Carolina 29072, Beechwood Middle School.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Dr. Pitts. Do I have a second? Second. Okay, thank you, Ms. Green. We'll take a vote. Or let's see, any discussion? Okay, we'll take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And the motion carries. Beechwood Middle School.